What is up there, guys? This is Cobb, and this right here is my idea for a PvP brawl. Come on, keep going. Oh my god, look at the perfection. Sick. And it comes to an end. An entire battleground just filled with landmines, like silver shard mines. Because then it's like a pun as well, you know? If you know what PvP brawls are, you might not have been keeping up to date with some of the PvP updates to the Blizzcon. So as you might know, games like Hearthstone, for example, probably the game that most people will be familiar with when it comes to brawls and Blizzard games. In Hearthstone, once a week, you get a special game mode that comes out, and it basically bends the rules or offers you a version of the game that's just a little bit fucked up in some way, and you just play it for fun. You just play it for a laugh, you know? So basically, in patch 7.2, World of Warcraft PvP is going to get a brawl feature, or at least that's what's been described at BlizzCon, right? Patch 7.2, so a bit of a ways away, but we're really eager to get to it. Some of the ideas they've already gone into is a snow blizzard Arathi basin, in which, you know, all of the water in the BG is frozen, and the visibility in the battleground is extremely low. You just cannot see from one base to another. So you have to communicate a lot with your team and shit like that, you know, to call incomings and to call if you need help at a base, because no one can see shit. Really, really interesting, right? They also talked about 15v15 battlegrounds, Eye of the Horn, which is like Eye of the Storm, but you're riding those rams that you can use in the World PvP quest in... Where the fuck is it again? Is it Stormheim? You can ride the PvP rams and you can headbutt one another basically and send each other flying back and shit like that. And there's also an instant cap also on Gulch, which basically means that you can cap the flag regardless of whether the other team is holding your team's flag or not. I'm basically really, really excited for this shit. Halinka, as you can see, I should have it on screen right now, I was actually asking for people's ideas. Just reply to his tweet with fucking ideas for PvP brawls when the feature eventually comes out. This right here is my first idea. Silver Shard mines just flooded with literal mines. Silver Shard minefield, I don't know, you could call it something like that, you know? I think it would be fucking hilarious, especially considering that the name of the game is to stay in the fucking radius of the minecarts. It would be extra awesome because you can get knocked out, right? Like if a mine spawns on top of you, you could just get knocked out. Or you could use the mines to like jump to the minecart, you know what I'm saying? And then you might get knocked out again. It would just be fucking chaos. I think it would be hilarious. Silver Shard Minefield. That's my first idea. Feel free to list your own ideas down below as well. Or even better, just reply to Halinka's tweet with them as well. You can just find Halinka on Twitter. It's not that hard. I'm not going to link it in the description or anything. Why aren't you following Halinka on Twitter, damn it? Anyway, some other ideas that I had. Spent just like 10 minutes brainstorming last night what I think could be really cool ones. The Arathi Apocalypse. What happens in the Arathi Apocalypse? Let me tell you, there are two gunships. You basically have two gunships, a Horde and Alliance gunship circling over Arathi Basin. And every 200 points that your team gains, the gunship helps out the enemy team, okay? So for example, if the Alliance are on 500 points, and the Horde is on like 790 points, as soon as the Horde ticks over to 800 points, that's another 200 point increase, the Alliance gunship would drop a fucking mana bomb on a random Horde-controlled base, just killing everybody in the radius. It could help out the allies. It could fucking just wipe out a bunch of hordes. The allies might have just wiped the hordes and are just about to capture the base, and then a mana bomb just falls out the sky and blows all the allies away. It might wipe out all of the hordes and all of the allies right in the middle of a team fight, you know? Either which way, generally speaking, it should make it a bit easier for either the Horde or the Alliance to come back into the game. Because whichever team is behind is the one getting the proc for the mana bomb every 200 points that the enemy team gains, you know? So, generally speaking, it should be overall beneficial for the team who's losing. But it could also just be a complete fucking disaster either way, you know? It's got that ridiculous RNG mana bomb one-shot action going on every 200 points. I think fucking Arathi Apocalypse would be sick. Alright, just fancied a quick change of setting. For anyone, who, by the way, who wants more information on the brawls and stuff, just check out MMO Champion. Again, I'm not going to put a link to that in the description. Basically, everybody should be familiar with the website MMO Champion, right? Check it out if you want more information on the brawls yourself, right? Next BG idea, I thought, well, I sort of saw somebody else comment this on Twitter and reply to Halinka's. I'd like to support this idea. fucking capital city raids, but in the form of a battleground. Oh, they're also bringing back South Shore versus Tyrant Mill for some of these PvP brawls. That's pretty awesome. If you're going to have South Shore versus Tyrant Mill, why not have, like, 1 week you could just have an Ogremad defense? Either which way, capital city raids, you know, whether attacking or defending as Horde or Alliance, depending on which one it is. I think that shit could be really, really cool. Another idea I was having as well, engineering warfare. Right, I couldn't think of a better name, okay? NG warfare, NG battles, goblins versus gnomes, but that's just totally ripping off of Hearthstone. Fuck it, goblins versus gnomes, right? At the start of the BG, every Horde and Alliance player gets an engineering pack. An engineering pack, it just appears in your bag, you drag it onto your action bar, and you can use it. What does it do? It's never quite sure any of the time, right? Maybe it'll target an enemy. Maybe if you're like targeting an enemy player, it can shoot out a grenade and do like a bunch of fucking damage. Maybe it will shrink ray your opponent, make them all tiny, make them essentially be running slower as well because they're so small, reducing the damage they do by like 50% for, I don't know, 5 seconds or something. Maybe it will shrink you. Maybe it will backfire. Maybe it'll give you fucking rocket boots. Maybe it'll just give you like a low gravity field so you can start jumping like 4 or 5 times as high as you normally would. Random as fuck, right? It also gave it invisibility and shields and stuff like that, right? I think that would be so sweet. Well, I mean, it wouldn't. Yeah, fuck it, it would. I'd totally play that. Random as all hell. Chaotic as shit, just like Goblin and Gnomish engineering should be, right? And it lets everybody make use of these Mongoloid items in Battlegrounds, you know? So another idea I was having, which I don't know whether this idea could be condensed into a PvP brawl. It might just have to eventually be like a whole new Battleground. Because it's a pretty grand scale idea. But I think it would be, if they could do this as a PvP brawl, when these eventually come out in 7.2, I think it would be fucking awesome. A naval Battleground, right? Ship versus ship. No fucking guns on the ships or any of that bullshit, right? It is not fun to sit there on a turret and be like, meh, meh, and just like spamming a turret, you know, all game. No, man, that shit's boring. Instead, you have 2 fucking ships, right? They go to fucking drive past each other. Sail past each other. And if you're a Horde player, you can click on a rope and you can rope swing over onto the Alliance boat. Their melees can also rope swing onto yours. If you're a caster, you might just want to be up in the fucking crow's nest, shooting spells down onto the other ship. All that kind of shit. Halfway through the Battleground, because I'm not quite sure what the objectives would be here, just work with me, alright? It's a brand new idea, I'm sort of making it up as I go. Halfway through the BG, a fucking Kraken could appear up in the middle between both of the ships and just start fucking killing everybody and swatting everybody off the damn ships. That would be sweet, right? Knocking people off the ships, one-shotting anybody who gets caught in like big tentacle slam AoEs and shit like that. So it becomes like a bit of a raid boss halfway through the Battleground, you know? Get knocked into the water. There are bloody whale sharks in the water as well, and they just fucking one-shot you if they get on you, right? That would be sick. I don't really know how either team could, like, win or lose the Battleground. But I don't know, some kind of naval-style Battleground. Because some people were saying, oh, what about it like an underwater BG? A flooded Arathi Basin, you know? Because it's like a cauldron kind of shape Arathi Basin, right? It's like surrounded by mountains. Flooded Arathi Basin. Fuck that shit. I can only imagine that most of them are trolling, right? Nobody wants underwater PvP. How the hell do you even land your AoE shit? You need someone to be like next to the bottom of the ocean. Next to the bottom of the pond or whatever. To even land any AoE, you know? No, man, that shit sucks. But it got me thinking, you know, about water-themed Battlegrounds. And I think they had a bit of naval action. As long as they, yeah, a little bit of naval PvP. As long as they avoid all of the turret v turret. And vehicle v vehicle bullshit. Because no one likes Strand of the Ancients. No one likes fucking Isle of Conquest, you know? I think it would be kind of cool, though, with, like, the rope swings and, like, invading one of the ships and stuff like that. Could be pretty sweet. What are your guys' ideas? List them down below. Really, really excited for this new feature, man. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. Again, patch 7.2 can't come closely enough. Can't come soon enough. Also got me thinking, though, about patch 7.15, we're just going to call it. Because 7.15 is just too long to say. 7.15. This is the next patch that's coming out. And I believe that they were talking about not just number tuning and damage changes and stuff like that in this mini update, this mini patch, But they were also talking about bringing back utility to some classes that were maybe over-pruned. For example, they admitted straight up, Mr. Hazakostas admitted straight up that hunter specs, all hunter specs, should have traps, right? It's fine for survival to be like the god of traps and to have like better traps than the other hunter specs, but marksman hunters and BM hunters are going to be getting their traps back. Also, rogues are getting Shroud of Concealment back as well. I can't say I'm overtly happy about either of those things, traps and Shroud of Concealment, like making a comeback, but fuck it. I suppose it's good news for those classes, and I only don't like it because I'm a warlock, and I get killed repeatedly by those classes, you know? It's got me thinking, it's got me hoping for what things might come back for other classes as well. Saying that, you know, maybe they stripped away too much utility from other classes. It's kind of making us think towards getting a baseline Demonic Circle back as Warlocks. I want to see some kind of improvement, like just another tool come back for Warlocks, right? If it isn't baseline Mortal Coil, I'd like it to be baseline Demonic Circle. If it wasn't baseline Demonic Circle, oh my god, what if we get like instant cast Shadow Fury back, you know what I mean? Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's another idea as well. Maybe we're going to get the passive spell lock back from Grimwrath Sacrifice. Because right now when you sacrifice a demon, you don't get any pet ability. You don't get any utility, you know? So, patch 7.15, that's one to look out for. Hopefully they're going to bring back some utility to Warlocks as well. Because honestly, I feel like of all the classes, I feel like Warlock is sort of in the most need. For just a little bit of utility, you know? And lastly, I believe also in patch 7.2, the second part of the Pathfinder achievement is getting added, as you can see right here. Where is it? Okay, it's an exploration right here. Complete the Broken Isles achievements listed below. Once you complete the Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 2, which is becoming available in patch 7.2, you unlock Flying in Legion. Sweet. So that's going to be about it. Not a huge amount to talk about this BlizzCon. The main highlight for me, the main thing I'm looking forward to, patch 7.15, just to see what utility might be coming back to Warlock. And of course, the PvP Brawls in 7.2. I think it's going to be awesome, alright? I'm going to fucking love making videos in these, man. I can see it already. I already quite enjoy playing the Hearthstone Tavern Brawls and stuff like that. New Hearthstone expansion as well, man. Oh, it's looking really fucking good. Damn it, it's just a shame that we don't get as many views in Hearthstone on this channel. So I just upload them all to the second channel, which is always linked down below in the video description, alright? So if you want to see some Hearthstone, check out the second channel as well. Complete fucking tangent. Whatever, man. What was I even saying? Just thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to catch all you guys just a tad bit later. Remember, you can support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and checking out our Patreon page, which is always linked below in the description. So cheers again, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Leave you in 3, 2, 1. What? Are you kidding me? What? No way. Yes!